It's hard to believe that an unlikely duo of Damian Priest and R-Truth would ever become tag team champions on SmackDown, but here we are. You heard me right. This past Friday on SmackDown, we saw Damian Priest and R-Truth defeat the MFTs to win the WWE Tag Team titles after a distraction from the Wyatt Six. Random, completely random, and it's weird because Solo Sikoa was slowly becoming such a dominant leader of the MFTs, if you will, with the WWE Tag Team titles. But now that they no longer have those titles, who will step up to R-Truth and Damian Priest for the WWE Tag Team titles? Well, there's definitely a lot to consider when it comes to the tag team division, because we're not just talking about SmackDown, we're also talking about AAA as well, because the roster over on AAA is pretty damn loaded when it comes to the tag team division. I mean, you've got the current tag team champions, Pagano and Psycho Clown. You've got Money Machine. You've got who else is in there? I mean, you've got a pretty decent amount of tag teams. You've got the LWO, and over on SmackDown, you've got. I mean, think about this, right? You've got tag teams like the Motor City Machine Guns. You've got Los Garza, Angel and Berto. You've got Angelo Dawkins. You've got a brand new duo of Apollo Crews and Matt Cardona, who have been who have seemingly been on a hot streak, if you will, on main event. You've got the Street Profits. You've got Fraxium. The Wyatt Six. You also have as well the MFTs, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, literally, that's it. Those are your tag teams. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams. You got 7 teams on SmackDown, with what, 2, maybe 3 over on AAA. It's definitely interesting to say the very least, because for one, we really haven't seen much of the Street Profits in months. It's been several months since we last saw Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford in a WWE ring. In fact, the last time we did see them in a WWE ring, I believe it was back in October. If my memory serves right, I believe it was back in October, right around the time of right around right around the fall, late summer, early fall of last year, right around the time of Clash in Paris, which ultimately became the last premium live event on Peacock. Which shout outs to Peacock, shout outs to them, and congrats on the success that they had partnering with WWE. Who knows? Maybe in the next 5 years we will see WWE's PLEs go back to Peacock at some point. Only time will tell. But for the next 5 years, we've got ESPN, and because of NXT's PLEs will be moving to YouTube, which will be very interesting, to say the very least. That'll be interesting. I don't know if WWE is gonna force us to get YouTube Premium or what the fuck. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Anyway, Street Profits Bat was in the fall. They challenged the Wyatt Six for the tag team titles, but ultimately failed, and we have not seen them since. So, if we're thinking reality booking on the road to WrestleMania, if we're thinking reality booking, we know that it's not going to be Pagano and Psycho Clown, simply because they have their own set of tag team titles to worry about. And after what happened this past Saturday on week 2 of Rated Reyes, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Psycho Circus, I think is their group name. I think it's pretty safe to say that there's going to be a little bit of animosity between Pagano and Psycho Clown after what happened this past Saturday against the War Raiders from Monday Night Raw. So I don't think it's going to be them. It is possible that it could be that we could see Money Machine take up that opportunity. I know that we had seen several talent form makeshift teams, like obviously Laredo Kid, and I think Octagon Jr. and I think the Aztec Warrior. I think they're the Aztec Warriors. Yeah, from TNA. We've seen Aerostar and Mr. Iguana. So we've even also seen Mr. Iguana and the current Latin American champion Elio del Dr. Wagner Jr. But there's also another team as well that might seem a bit unorthodox, but they could be the ones to beat. El Ojos, Elio del Vikingo, and Omos, led by Dorian Roldan, who is the leader of the group known as El Ojo, one of the most unique heel factions in AAA history. But again, we know it's not going to be any of them, simply because, again, Pagano and Psycho Clown, they've got their own set of tag team titles to worry about. Vikingo is too focused on going after the Intercontinental Championship currently being held by Penta, which tonight on Raw, the rematch will take place between Penta and Dirty Dom, which will be interesting considering that Vikingo can no longer challenge Dom for the AAA Mega title as long as Dom holds the crown. It'll be a while. It's going to be a while before Dom drops it. So it's going to be interesting, but we'll just wait and see. But yeah, Vikingo is too focused on the Intercontinental title. Money Machine is possible, but I think they want to become AAA Tag Team Champions more than anything. So it's definitely not going to be them. But if I were to pick 3 teams from SmackDown that could take up the challenge, I would probably say the Wyatt Six, the MFTs, and I would say Fraxio. The reason why I wouldn't choose any of the other teams is because of this. For one, with the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley is too focused on Johnny Gargano and his bullshit, because as you guys have seen on SmackDown over the last few weeks, we've seen on SmackDown over the last few weeks, maybe the last month at best, Johnny Gargano has just been, his energy, if you will, has been depleted, almost as if he's given up on professional wrestling, which is what he loves the most, which is indeed professional wrestling. Even after what happened to him a couple weeks ago on SmackDown against Obafemi, I think it's safe to say that Johnny Gargano, I think he's given up. And Alex Shelley, I guess, is trying to be nice. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, but yeah, I think it's good. I think it'll probably be the end of the Motor City Machine Guns, but we'll have to wait. But only time will tell. I mean, you never know. We'll just have to find out how all that plays out. Los Garza, they've just become mid-carders at this point. There's no point in seeing them challenge for the tag team titles. Profits, we hadn't again, as I stated earlier, we hadn't seen them in months, so it's not gonna happen anytime soon. There is also Pretty Deadly with Kit Wilson and Elton Prince. But the problem is that Elton Prince has been sidelined with an injury, and we don't know exactly how long he's going to be out for. Like, no one knows. So it basically, it basically comes down to the MFTs, Fraxium, and the Wyatt Six. If we're thinking reality booking, it's not going to be Fraxium. Reason being is because right now, while it is true that yes, they do want to become WWE tag team champions, they still have a lot to prove because they've only been on the main roster for like not even a year, almost a year now, and people still believe that they need to prove themselves, which personally I don't think they need to, but it's gonna take a while for them to make their way up the ladder in the tag team division. So it basically comes down to the two former champions, the Wyatt Six and the MFTs. If we're thinking reality booking, these two teams are the two top teams that need that rematch for those tag team titles. However, because that the Wyatt Six are still hell-bent on regaining possession of Bray Wyatt's lantern, it's gonna be interesting because with the lantern in possession of the MFTs, in a matter of speaking, the Wyatt Six are basically powerless. In a matter of speaking. So if we're thinking fantasy booking, it would probably be one or the other. If we're thinking reality booking, it's the exact same thing. It's one or the other. Personally, I would love for it to be the Wyatt Six, but since we are thinking reality booking, it would most likely be the MFTs, solely because it was the Wyatt Six that cost them the tag team titles, and potentially at WrestleMania we could see the tag team titles get defended, because if you guys remember last year's WrestleMania, the World Tag Team titles on Raw were defended at WrestleMania between the War Raiders and the New Day. This year, the WWE Tag Team titles have to be defended, and I think it's going to be the MFTs. And if you guys think I'm wrong, you guys can let me know in the comments below who you believe should challenge for those tag team titles. And with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more WWE topic videos in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.